Okay, class. Tuloy natin yung topic natin sa Engineering Economics, compound interest. So, medyo katuloy lang naman din yung ibang variables ito mula dun sa simple interest. So, pakilala na lang natin siguro yung mga bago. Discuss na agad natin, class, si elements, kung ano yung mga dapat nating alamin pag dinidil natin si compound interest. So, unlike do sa simple interest, ang formula nito para sa future worth ay equal sa yung present worth multiplied by 1 plus yung rate niya, interest rate, raised to n. So, compound interest where si I ay equal sa yung nominal rate of interest divided by m, which is yung number of compoundings per year. So, yung total number of compoundings, syempre, kung ilang taon yung period, multiplied kung ilang beses na compounding kada isang taon. Ito lang yan, class. Yung letter M natin, variable M, siya yung number of compoundings per year. Si N naman natin, total number of compoundings. Kunwari, sa loob ng isang taon, quarterly, so 4 yon. So, yung R naman is nominal rate of interest. So, nag-cite dito na example. Example, kunwari meron tayong nominal rate of interest na 12%, tapos yung period natin ay 5 years. So, kunwari sinabi sa problem na compounded annually, so ibig sabihin, yung number of compoundings na per year since annually, M equals 1. So, para makuha natin yung interest equals 12 divided by 1. Kasi nga, ito yon yung nominal rate of interest divided by M. So, yung N naman natin, total number of compoundings ay 5 years yung period ng hiram. Tapos, number of compoundings per year natin ay 1. So, yung total number of compoundings natin sa loob ng 5 taon ay 5. So, kung compounded quarterly naman, yung M natin ay 4 kasi quarterly. So, ibig sabihin, yung interest natin ay equal sa 12 divided by 4, which is 3%. Yung N naman natin, total number of compoundings, 5 years na period ulit, multiplied by number of compoundings per year. So, ang total number of compoundings natin ay 20. So, ganun din dito, ang tatandaan lang natin yung mga term. Kapag annually, M equals 1, quarterly, M equals 4, bi-monthly, M equals 6, semi-quarterly, M equals 8. So, discuss natin class yung mga sample problem natin dito. A man borrowed 100,000 pesos and promised to pay after 5 years at an interest of 8% compounded monthly. How much will the man pay? So, ang principal natin, yung puhunan ay 100,000 pesos. Tapos, yung 5 years natin, ito yung total number of period, total number of years kung kailan hihiramin yung pera. So, 5 years. Next naman, interest rate natin, yung nominal rate of interest natin ay equal sa 8%. Ngayon, ang sabi dito, compounded monthly. So, ibig sabihin, kung compounded monthly, yung letter M natin ay equal sa 12. Kasi monthly, i-compound yung hiniram na pera. So, ang tatanungin lang, how much will the man pay? So, mula dito sa formula natin, na F equals P multiplied by 1 plus I raised to N. So, kailangan lang natin munang hanapin si I. I ay equal sa R divided by M. Equal ito sa 0.08. So, dinesimal ko na yung percent kanina divided by 12. So, 0.08 divided by 12, ito ay equal sa 0.006667 na percent. Hindi pala, decimal pala ito. Tapos, yung N naman natin ay equal sa T multiplied by M, period multiplied by total number of compoundings. Ito ay equal sa 5 years na compoundings multiplied by number of compoundings per year na 12 equal 60. So, F equals 100,000 multiplied by 1 plus I. I natin ay 0.006667 divided by 6, raised to 60. F equals 100,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.00667 raised to 60. Ito ay magkakalaga na 148,984.87 pesos. So, ito yung final answer natin para sa first problem natin. Next naman, ganun pa rin yung condition, kaya lang, after 5 months lang yung period natin. Tapos, the rest, same na. So, kung after 5 months lang, yung P natin o yung principal value natin ay equal sa 100,000 pa rin. Yung total number, yung period natin, since 5 months lang ito, syempre yung period natin dapat in terms ng years, so 5/12. Tapos, yung nominal rate of interest natin ay 8%. Yung M naman natin ay equal sa 12 pa rin kasi yung sabi rito, compounded monthly pa rin. So, gawin natin class. F equals 100,000 multiplied by 1 plus yung I natin ay 0.08 divided by 12 multiplied by yung T natin na 5/12 5/12 multiplied by 12. So, yung F natin ay equal sa 100,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.08 divided by 12 raised to 5/12 times 12. So, 5 lang talaga yon. Ito ay equal sa 103,378.08 pesos. At ito na yung final answer natin para sa second problem. Next naman, situational item. Yao Ba has a 15-year term plan. He is planning to make a 10,000 pesos deposit after 2 years from now, 8,000 pesos in 6 years, and 15,000 in the 11th year. The money is worth 10%. For letter A, determine the future worth of his savings after 11 years. In letter B naman, determine the present worth of his savings. Letter C, determine the future worth of his savings after 8 years. So, ang sinasabi nito, kunwari class, ito yung 0 year. After 2 years, ito yung present ngayon. So, after 2 years, magde-deposit siya ng 10,000. Tapos, after 6 years, magde-deposit naman siya ng 8,000. Tapos, after 11 years, magde-deposit naman siya ng 15,000. Tapos, yung total end ng contract niya ay after pa ng 15 years. Kaya lang, ang tinatanong lang naman sa atin sa letter A, after 11 years lang. So, para sa after 11 years, isasum up lang natin yung mga tinubo ng bawat hinulog niya hanggang mag 11 years. So, ganito lang. Mula ulit sa formula natin, F equals P multiplied by 1 plus I raised to N. Yung total natin, yung total na future worth natin ay equal sa yung principal natin mula dito, dadali natin after 11 years. So, yung principal natin dyan, 10,000 multiplied by 1 plus yung I natin ay R over M. So, yung rate of interest natin, sabi dito, the money is worth 10%. So, 0.1. Yung M natin, so kung gaano kadalas i-compound, ang sabi dito, wala palang sinabi dito sa problem. So kapag walang sinabi sa problem, i-assume natin na yung number of compoundings per year ay annually. So ito ay magiging 1 raised to period natin. So after 2 years mula ngayong present, after 2 years, tsaka palang ihuhulog yung 10,000. Ang tinatanong ay yung after 11 years. So, from 2 years from now, hanggang 11 years from now, ang total gap nun ay 9. So, ang total period natin ay 9. 9 multiplied by yung number of compoundings per year natin ay 1. Ito pa lang yung tinubo nung 10,000. Paano pa yung sa 8,000? So, 8,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.1. Again, walang binanggit sa problem na total number of compounding. I-assume natin na 1. Multiplied by, after 6 years, ihuhulog yung 8,000. Ang tinatanong ay 11 years. So, ang total gap nun, bali, 5 taon pa natutubo yung 8,000 natin. So, 5 years ang total period multiplied by total number of compoundings na 1 plus 15,000 na kailan inihulog. Since inihulog lang niya ito sa ika-11 na taon, so ibig sabihin, wala pang itinutubo ito. So, ang total future worth natin ay equal sa 10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.1 multiplied by raised to 9 plus 8,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.1 raised to 5 plus 15,000. Ito ay nagkakahalaga na 51,463.56 pesos. So, yan yung sagot natin sa letter A. For letter B naman, determine the future worth of his savings. So, ang tinatanong ngayon, determine pala the present worth of his savings. So, ang tinatanong niya, yung magiging savings niya, magkano ang halaga kung ngayon natin i-estimahin. So, dito sa 0 day. So, para makuha yan, di ba, after 11 years, ang total, mula ngayon, after 11 years, ang total na, ang future worth ng pera niya ay 51,463. So, kung tatanungin tayo, ano yung value ng pera niya sa present? So, parang simpleng compounding lang ito. Magiging 51,463.56 equals, yung principal natin, ito yung present worth natin, ito yung pera natin ngayon, multiplied by 1 plus, yung R natin ay 0.1, divided by annually ulit, multiplied by, so ang sabi dito, ang total gap natin, di ba, kinuha natin yung 51,463 mula sa future worth niya after 11 years. So, ibig sabihin, kung ibabalik naman natin yung pera dito, papunta rito sa kabila, pabalik naman ang bilang natin, ang gap pa rin niya ay 11 years. So, ibig sabihin, ang period dito pinag-uusapan natin na to ay 11 years. Multiplied by number of compounding per year na 1. So, masasolve natin yung P. 51,463.56 equals P multiplied by 1 plus 0.1 raised to 11. Ang lalabas ay 18,037.66 pesos. So, ito na yung present worth natin ngayon. Next, for letter C, determine the future worth of his savings after 8 years. So, kamukha lang ang solution natin kanina sa letter A. FT, o yung total future worth natin after 8 years equals, so kung ito yung present, 2 years from now, maghuhulog siya ng 10,000. Multiplied by 1 plus yung nominal rate of interest, 0.1, number of compoundings ulit, 1, multiplied by, ang tinatanong ng problem ay after 8 years. Di ba iuhulog lang na may 10,000 after 2 years? So, ibig sabihin, yung total number period of na in terms ng year ay 6 pa lang. So, kasi iuhulog pa lang yung 10,000 2 years from now. And tinatanong, 8 years from now na future worth. So, 6 yung total period. Yung M natin ay 1 plus 8,000. Kailan inihulog yung 8,000? 6 years from now. So, 1 plus 0.1 divided by 1. Since 6 years from now, inihulog yung 8,000. Ang tinatanong ay yung pang 8 year. So, ang gap lang nila, total period ay 2 multiplied by 1. ang future worth ito ay equal sa 10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.1 divided by, hindi pala, 1 plus 0.1 raised to 6 plus 8,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.1 raised to 2. So, ito ay equal sa 27,395.61 pesos. At ito na yung final answer natin for letter C. Next. A man expects to receive 25,000 pesos in 8 years. How much is that worth now considering interest at 8% compounded quarterly? So, ang sabi rito, a man expects to receive 25,000 pesos in 8 years. So, ibig sabihin, matatanggap niya ito 8 years from now. So, kung 8 years from now pa pala yan yung future worth, 25,000. Tapos, yung total period natin, since matatanggap niyan 8 years from now, so ang period natin ay 8 years. Next, how much is that worth now? So, principal yung hinahanap. Kasi ang sabi, how much is that worth now? So, yung principal ang hinahanap, yung present amount. So, ang interest rate daw natin ay 8% compounded quarterly. So, since quarterly yung sinabi, ang M natin ay 4. So, yung future worth natin, magkano? 25,000 equals yung present worth natin multiplied by 1 plus yung I natin ay R over M, 0.08 divided by 4. Ang N naman natin ay period na 8 multiplied by yung M, 4. Yung present worth natin ay equal sa 25,000 equals P multiplied by 1 plus 0.08 over 4 raised to 32. So, ito ay equal sa 13,265.83 pesos.